Joining me now here at the Belva Lockwood Inn is Julie Lovelace, the co-owner here at the Belva Lockwood. We're in the parlor, and last segment when I visited, we just talked about the Belva Lockwood Inn and what all the amenities that you share for your guests. But I wanted to talk about, we can't ignore the name of this awesome place. Belva Lockwood, of course. Who was she?
Well, when we bought the place, we had no idea who she was, and through some research, we've discovered that she was an incredible woman. She bought this property in 1863 and ran an all-girls school here for many years. She sold the place and moved to Washington, D.C, where she became the very first woman to ever argue a case in front of the Supreme Court. She's the very first woman to ever win a case in front of the Supreme Court. She then went on and ran for president. She's the first woman to ever officially run for president of the United States, and most of us don't even know her name. And so what's fascinating is that there are so many women like Belva Lockwood who played such a major role in the suffrage movement. And later on you're going to be meeting my friend Chris Knickerbocker, who will tell you more about the suffrage movement and why it's so important. We're having these conversations this year.
Yeah, I really have enjoyed hearing a lot more about Belva Lockwood and getting to know all the people that have moved this movement forward as well. But before we go upstairs and meet Chris, I just wanted to check back in with you and see, are you still taking guests at
Absolutely.
this time? And how can they, book a room here?
Well, absolutely. We've had a lot of New Yorkers do staycations, which keeps them in New York State so that they don't have to quarantine. If they want to book a room, they can go to our website or just give us a call.
Staycation, I like that. Let's head upstairs and hang out with Chris in her Knickerbocker room.
Sounds great.
Right now we are in the Knickerbocker room with Chris Knickerbocker, and she is a community activist and a local artist, also the designer of this lovely room here.
Thank you.
And Chris, we were just downstairs with Julie talking about the women's suffrage movement and the role that Belva Lockwood played in that movement. And why is it so important to be having these kinds of conversations, especially right now?
Well, this year is actually the centennial celebration of the passage of the 19th Amendment, which gave women the right to vote. And they couldn't vote until the first federal election, which was November 1920. So it's a great time to be having those conversations about the importance of voting.
Definitely, and I feel like I'm learning so much along the way. Things I didn't know about, from history classes, and just hearing you and Julie talk about it is really cool. So I did mention you are an artist, obviously, as well as a community activist, but you designed this Knickerbocker Suite in the Belva Lockwood Inn. So obviously this is just gorgeous behind us. Can you talk to us about, your design theme and what you really wanted to portray in this room?
Well, we wanted something unexpected. You come to an inn, you think history, especially here in Owego. And this we wanted a little funky, but we also wanted something very unexpected. And so this wall was created as a design focal point. It's made of antique frames and antique glass and buttons and different things that were collected by people's grandparents and then stored away because we don't use them anymore. So that started it. And then we also have little other things like an outhouse for where we store the robes, and also the headboard, which was made from some of Julie's favorite pieces that they salvaged from the inn. In the bathroom, however, there's a closet that has all of the little things that they found during the restoration. Some of them are quite odd.
Yeah, those are really cool.
They are.
I do think that your eye really goes towards this
Yes.
when you step in here, but then all the details that you do show are really what makes this room so unique. But what do you want guests to take away after they spend a couple nights in this room?
Well, I hope they feel relaxed and have fun, but also when they look at things like this, that it inspires a memory of something that, maybe their grandparents had one of these types of dishes at their house, and it makes them think, oh, I should bring that out. Why let it just sit there?
Yeah, we were just talking about my grandma's china. It
Yes.
did really inspire me to talk about that with you. But Chris, thank you so much. Again, this is such a spunky and unique room, and it really embodies you, I think. So thank you so much for showing us a tour of this room.
Thank you.
The Belva Lockwood Inn is currently open to guests and is the perfect staycation for New Yorkers. For more information, visit their website or call the number on your screen.